You're not losing friends. You're raising your frequency. Have you ever wondered why people you once called your closest friends start fading away without warning? It feels unsettling, almost like you're doing something wrong. But what if I told you? You're not losing friends. You're simply evolving. When you begin working on yourself, raising your vibration and stepping into a new version of your life, something invisible but powerful happens. Your energy shifts. And not everyone can come with you to that new place. In today's video, we'll uncover the real, hidden reasons why friendships fall apart when you're on a journey of growth, and why this is actually one of the most powerful signs that you're on the right path. You'll learn how Buddhist wisdom, scientific insights about energy and frequency, and practical life strategies can help you understand this phenomenon without guilt, fear, or regret. Stay with me until the end, because not only will we dive deep into the why, but I'll also share how to navigate these shifts with peace and confidence, making room for healthier, soul-aligned connections. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt a strange vibe, even before anyone spoke? That's not your imagination. That's energy at work. Everything in our universe, including your body, your thoughts, and yes, your friendships, operates at a vibrational frequency. According to quantum physics, everything is made of energy, vibrating at different rates. Even ancient traditions like Buddhism teach that life is a constant flow of energy, constantly rising and falling like a river. When two people have similar frequencies, similar mindsets, emotions, and life paths, they naturally attract and synchronize with each other, creating bonds that feel magnetic and effortless. But here's where things get interesting. When you start growing, healing old wounds, setting boundaries, dreaming bigger, or simply wanting more peace, your frequency rises. You begin resonating at a level that might feel unfamiliar or even uncomfortable to those around you who are still vibrating at the frequency of your old self. Think about it. If you've been used to gossiping, complaining, or living in chaos, and suddenly you're focusing on gratitude, self-improvement, and emotional health, it's like speaking a new language. Some people won't understand you anymore. Some won't even want to, and that's okay. Rather than clinging to relationships that no longer align, recognizing the shift allows you to make space for connections that nourish your new energy, not drain it. By the way, if you're already seeing this happening in your life, drop a comment below. You're not alone, and sharing your experience might help someone else too. Signs. You're raising your frequency and what it feels like. Sometimes the biggest transformations happen so quietly that you might doubt they're even real. How do you know you're actually raising your frequency? Let's explore the subtle, yet powerful, signs. 1. You crave more solitude. Moments of silence become moments of strength. You'd rather be alone in your authenticity than surrounded by noise that doesn't resonate. 2. Old habits and conversations feel draining. Have you noticed that gossip, complaining, or shallow conversations feel almost physically exhausting now? That's your energy system protecting itself. You're no longer available for lower vibrational patterns. 3. Emotional triggers. Heal faster. You used to stew over arguments or criticisms for days. Now, you might still feel triggered, but the emotional recovery is quicker. You observe, learn, and release, without drowning in it. 4. You feel disconnected, and then reconnected to something deeper. At first, raising your frequency feels isolating, like losing your footing on familiar ground. But over time, you start connecting to something bigger, your intuition, your purpose, your peace. It's a deeper anchoring than any external relationship can provide. 5. New opportunities and people start appearing. As your energy rises, you begin attracting new experiences, ideas, and people who match your new frequency. It might feel like coincidence, but spiritually and scientifically, it's alignment at work. Remember, growth isn't loud. It doesn't always come with fireworks or applause. Sometimes it is the quiet moments, the ones where you realize you no longer fit into your old life, that are the loudest proof of all. By the way, if you've already spotted one of these signs in yourself, hit the like button. It lets me know this content is connecting with your journey. Why some people can't follow you to the next level, and that's okay. Imagine you're climbing a mountain, each step requiring more strength, better equipment, and a clearer vision. At the beginning of the climb, many people might walk beside you. But as the path gets steeper, fewer are willing or able to continue. Here's why. Raising your frequency isn't just about thinking positively or meditating once in a while. It's about confronting your shadows, breaking old patterns, choosing healing over comfort. That kind of deep inner work forces change, and change can feel threatening to those who aren't ready to face their own evolution. Psychological insight. Humans naturally seek homeostasis, a state of comfort and familiarity. When you start disrupting the unspoken agreements of old friendships, like mutual complaining, enabling bad habits, or staying small, you unconsciously challenge the comfort zone of those around you. And not everyone wants to leave their comfort zone. Some may criticize you, some may ghost you, some may accuse you of acting better or being different. But here's the hard truth wrapped in compassion. They are not wrong for choosing to stay where they are, and you are not wrong for choosing to grow. Your job isn't to drag anyone up the mountain. It's to honor your path, send love to those who can't walk with you, and trust that your tribe, your true soul family, will find you at the higher elevation. Growth sometimes looks like loneliness, but it's really a preparation for new alignment. Stay patient. Let's be honest. Raising your frequency often feels lonelier before it feels better. It's like pruning a tree. Before new blossoms appear, there's a season where the branches look bare and exposed. So how do you survive this lonely season without giving up on your growth? 1. Understand the empty space is sacred. In Buddhist wisdom, emptiness isn't something negative. It's a space full of potential. When old friendships fall away, it creates a vacuum. And nature, both spiritually and energetically, hates a vacuum. That empty space will be filled, but with better, more aligned connections if you stay true to your path. 2. Reframe the loneliness. Instead of thinking, I have no one, try thinking, I am becoming someone who can hold deeper connections. You're not being punished, you're being prepared. 3. Anchor yourself in practices that support high-vibration meditation, mindfulness, exercise, journaling. These aren't just buzzwords. They are tools to stabilize your rising energy. They help you become emotionally self-sufficient, meaning you won't depend on external validation as much as before. 4. Seek out new energy matches. Intentionally. Join a class, a retreat, a community, places where growth and authenticity are valued. When you intentionally step into spaces that match your energy, you shorten the lonely phase dramatically. 5. Trust divine timing. There's an ancient saying, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. In the same way, when your energy is truly ready, new friends, mentors, and partners will appear, and the relationships will feel easy, natural, almost fated. Don't rush to fill the emptiness. Honor it. It's clearing the ground for miracles you can't even imagine yet. And hey, if you're in that in-between season right now, just type I'm growing in the comments. Let's build a space here where no one feels alone in their evolution. The science behind energy shifts. Why frequencies matter more than you think. We often hear phrases like vibe higher or protect your energy. But is there any actual science behind these ideas? Surprisingly, yes. Quantum physics teaches that everything at its core is made up of atoms, and atoms are 99.9999% empty space. Within that space is energy, constantly vibrating, moving, and interacting. You, me, your thoughts, emotions, even your friendships, all emit an energetic frequency. HeartMath Institute studies show that the human heart emits an electromagnetic field measurable up to several feet away from the body. Not only that, but emotions like gratitude, love, and joy produce a coherent, stable, and harmonious field, while emotions like anger, fear, and resentment produce an incoherent, chaotic field. Translation: Your emotional and mental state literally impacts the energy field around you, and by extension, affects who and what you attract into your life. This also explains why you feel drained around negative people. Incoherent fields destabilize your own. Why you feel uplifted around positive, calm people. Coherent fields naturally synchronize energies. Why, as you heal and stabilize your own field, some old relationships start to feel painfully out of sync. Energetic resonance. In physics, there's a concept called resonance, when one vibrating object causes another to vibrate at the same frequency. Humans are the same. When your vibration rises, you will naturally stop resonating with those who aren't aligned anymore. And that's not woo-woo. That's science. You don't have to force connections. Your energy, when aligned, will naturally attract or repel what matches your current state. Isn't it fascinating how ancient spiritual wisdom and modern science are finally saying the same thing? If you find that amazing too, tap the like button and let's spread this awareness. Building a new circle. How to attract soul-aligned relationships. Once you've raised your frequency, lost old connections, and survived the lonely middle ground, a natural question arises. How do I find my true tribe? How do you attract people who truly get you, respect you, and support your higher self? Good news, you don't have to hunt for them. You attract them by being fully yourself, unapologetically, consistently, vibrationally. Here's how to accelerate that alignment. 1. Live your truth out loud. Post about what inspires you. Share your real passions. Speak your real opinions, even when they differ. The more authentically you live, the more visible you become to those vibrating at the same frequency. 2. Say no. Without guilt. Every no to misaligned people, events, and conversations creates energetic room for better ones. Boundaries aren't just fences, they are invitations for higher quality connections. 3. Follow your curiosity. If you feel drawn to a new class, a workshop, a trip, a hobby, go. Curiosity is the breadcrumb trail your intuition lays down to guide you toward people and experiences that fit your new self. 4. Prioritize depth over quantity. You don't need dozens of friends. You need a few soul-aligned companions who nourish your journey instead of depleting it. Trust the quality over quantity principle. It leads to way more fulfillment. 5. Keep your energy field coherent. Meditate. Ground yourself in nature. Practice emotional regulation. The more stable your internal energy is, the more magnetic and visible you become to others vibrating at the same frequency. Remember, you are not lonely because you are broken. You are lonely because your soul is waiting for companions who match its new vibration. You don't chase your soul tribe. You recognize them by how your spirit feels in their presence. Calm, expanded, understood. By the way, what's one trait you hope to find in your next soul-aligned friendship? Drop it in the comments. You might even connect with someone here. Imagine your life as a series of infinite timelines. Every choice you make, every boundary you set, every time you say yes to growth, you shift closer to your highest, most authentic path. But how can you tell when you're finally stepping into that reality? Here are the practical everyday signs that you're aligning with your highest frequency. 1. You stop forcing things. When you're operating from a low frequency, life feels like an endless uphill battle. But as you ascend, you realize you don't have to force connections, jobs, or outcomes anymore. What is meant for you flows with surprising ease. 2. Your inner peace becomes non-negotiable. You no longer sacrifice your mental, emotional, or spiritual well-being for temporary pleasures, toxic validation, or hollow achievements. You protect your peace, fiercely and unapologetically. 3. Small synchronicities become everyday occurrences. You think of someone, and they call. You need something, and it appears. These coincidences are signs you're living in alignment, tuned into the deeper rhythms of life. 4. Your body feels different. Higher frequencies affect your physical body. You might notice changes in your energy levels, improved intuition, cleaner eating habits, or a natural desire for healthier living. It's your vessel upgrading to match your spirit. 5. You feel deeply grateful. Without needing a reason before, happiness needed external triggers. Now, simple moments, sunlight on your face, a deep breath, a genuine laugh, fill you with unexplainable gratitude. You are no longer chasing life, you are experiencing it. 6. Your vision expands. Suddenly, you believe bigger. Dreams that once felt impossible now seem inevitable. You no longer see yourself as small or powerless. You recognize that you are a co-creator of your reality. Your highest timeline isn't some distant destination. It's a series of daily courageous choices. Choices to stay true to your frequency, even when it's hard. Which sign have you noticed the most in your journey so far? I'd love to hear it. Comment below and let's celebrate the wins no matter how small.